Okay, everybody, this is Oki with Surf and Turf Metal Detecting. It's Friday, December 30th, 2016. This is my year-end wrap-up video. I was hoping I got out a couple of times with not much results to get a video up, so I'll just do my year-end wrap-up. I did, however, on my last hunt. Just want to show you guys that. I did find button number 105. So it's uncleaned. You can kind of compare the difference there. And then I got another wheat penny to add to my wheat penny collection here. So this is the best year of metal detecting I've ever had in my life. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard for me to compare to this year. This year it started out with this find right here. So it started out with this, some fishing weights, and a bunch of junk on January 2nd or January 1st. And then it kind of transitioned, or shortly after that, Treasure Dude, you guys may remember him, Double D, you guys may remember him also. He and I started hitting the fort, and that's when I got hooked on buttons. And you guys can see a big portion of my collection for this year is my Great Seal buttons, and these are the things all cleaned up. They look pretty, don't they? Most of them do anyway. You guys have seen the condition they come out of the ground, and not all of them are shiny. Some of them are really unique. Let's find a unique one for you guys here. Like these. You see these are kind of a dull finish. Well, I'm talking about the dome back. Look at that. It's like a one-piece button, and there's no back mark or nothing. And so those are unique. I can't find out any information on those Great Seal buttons at all. I'm definitely thinking they're the older variety. I found several of those. But yeah, 105 buttons for the year. Man. And then I also got some great military relics. A bunch of nice collar discs. Some of the collar discs didn't shine up, like this one right here. This is kind of a screw back collar disc, and it just does not shine. Got my cool medical corp pin, collar disc. I looked all year for that baby. Two nice officer hat pins, hat insignias. They cleaned up beautiful. Nice and shiny. Officer's bar. My silver jump wings. One of my best finds of the year. Belt buckle. Of course, all this stuff, man. All my silver. Here's that lion knife thing all cleaned up. That jewel in there, it sure did clean up nice. I didn't bend it back. After I broke that blade off when I squeezed on it. And then of course I did break my silver cowboy ring with the QRT or whatever in there, the little secret code. Bunch of dog tags. Let's take a break from this action to go to the dog tag piece. This is one of my best things of the year that I'm always going to hold on to. And you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this video. Not many people watch this video. But I did have a successful return on a dog tag. And the family did send me some information about their relative. And he passed away several years ago. And man, this is one of my best finds all year. Was able to have successful. And I'm not giving up on those other dog tags yet. But that was pretty sweet. On top of that, then I went to Oklahoma and, got to hunt on some family property in Oklahoma. And, while I've hunted that spot before, it was just awesome getting out with so many different family members and multiple generations of metal detectorists and find some good stuff. I found my first Oklahoma tax token there. I found a wheat penny. I found some cool stuff like this where this could have belonged to my great grandmother. And, found my first smashed 3-ringer. So that's the first 3-ringer I've ever found. That's what's left of it. Nonetheless, I didn't know that place was that old until we started digging up some really old stuff. And then back to the fort, digging around the fort some more. Started, of course, continuing to find these buttons and odds and ends and stuff. And then it got heated up. I started early on the water. Well, the water hunting was pretty rough this year. I did manage to get 2 gold rings. I got this white gold 14 karat. This is a Frederick Goldman ring. And this baby is pretty high dollar. It's real heavy. And then I got the other 14K, this little simple band. So those are only 2 goldies that I found this year. It was the year of the junker. It was the year of the junker. Now, some of these junkers are pretty cool. Some of these junkers are pretty sweet rings. So anyway, it's kind of cool. It's pretty sweet. Got a couple silvers, but that's really about it on the jewelry hunting this year in the water. Next year, it's going to be a better year on water, I have a feeling. I got pretty close to 30 silver coins for the year. Silver wasn't my primary focus this year. And actually, I just kind of got so into the relic hunting that I forgot how much fun it was to relic hunt. So I am a true relic hunter again. But there's some of my silvers. You see a couple of things like from the ski resorts. Ernest and I hunting up in the mountains. So that was kind of fun. You know, old lighter. Here's all my wheat pennies. I didn't count them, but I definitely got, you know, well over almost 2 rolls worth of wheat pennies for the year. And my old musket balls. Found those in Oklahoma too. Really old spot, pre-Civil War spot actually. So I got some old bullets, old pistol bullets and old round balls. Definitely got some age on those bad boys. And then kind of the highlight of my year was my trip to Ohio and Kentucky and Tennessee. And before we get to that, you know, I'm gonna get to know a lot of you guys this year. And it was just a whole lot of fun getting to know you guys, getting to watch you guys hunt every week. I did my best to stay up on the videos. And then I got this bad boy in the mail. This was the first thing that I've got from one of the subs, and the sub ended up being a really good friend of mine now. So this is from Jeremy, JL Digger. He handmade that. And man, that was a crazy day. And you know, I love looking at this thing. I look at it almost every day, and it really means a lot. Just like it means a lot, you guys leaving comments and, you know, really encouraging me with my videos. I'm not a professional videographer or anything else. I'm just like you guys. I'm a weekend warrior, and I'm very passionate about metal detecting. So anyway, so I started talking to him. We got a hunt going, and I got to meet up with Seven, which is also now a good friend of mine as well. And just the truly 2 awesome hunts of a lifetime. Was in 1 week. You know, here's kind of the best of the best. Now, there's a bunch of stuff on here. I could make a whole separate case with the other spoon parts and, you know, parts to pocket watches and, you know, clocks and that kind of stuff. And that stuff's still up at Jeremy's place. And I will be getting those back. Some of the highlights of that is going to be, of course, my shoe buckle all cleaned up and looking pretty. That is one of my favorite finds of the whole trip. And of course, my oldest coins came from that hunt as well. First one being this 1837 Canadian halfpenny. And it's in beautiful shape. And then the oldest coin of all time, which you guys can't really see, is going to be a 1801 Drake bust. Large cent. And then 2 1820s and an 1817. So just crazy holding stuff in my hand and digging stuff out of the hole. It was very emotional. You can ask Jeremy. Pulling some of these coins out of the ground, these old relics out of the ground, it was incredible. Just to hold something in the hand that was almost as old as America, and very emotional. And actually, I did find something that was way older, and I didn't find out till a little bit later on when we got into the buttons. You know, watching Seven do his videos the way he does it, I really got into buttons, and I just got this like, man, I want to find a flat button worse than anything. Well, I got to find a whole bunch of flat buttons this year. And I got 2 oldies. I got a 1700s. I got a old dandy right here. It's broken, but I don't care, man. That's a nice dandy. This was my first flat button up at Seven's place that I found. It's a beauty. But then my oldest one. This is a pewter. This is a pewter flat button. And according to Seven, this could go all the way back to the 1600s. So that is by far the oldest piece of metal that I've ever dug out of the ground, and I love it, man. I'm totally stoked about that one. Got my first 2 cent piece, whole bunch of Indian head pennies. You'll notice that I left these wheat pennies in here, is again, I'm gonna have all these finds together with the other stuff that I'm gonna get from Jeremy, and we're gonna put them in a case all by itself. Got my first Civil War era naval button. That was a pretty sweet. But anyway, so of all this stuff that I found for the year, oh, there's my cow tag too, by the way. I sent this email to someone. It cleaned up nice. It's nice and shiny. It's beautiful. But so of all these finds, I'm like, man, what is my favorite find of the year? You know, I have no idea what's my favorite find of the year. You know, I got to say, I think it's either going to be between the pewter button, the dandy button, the naval button, the shoe buckle or this bad boy right here. And this is that watch fob that I found up at that ghost town, which this coming year I'm gonna be doing a whole lot more ghost town hunting. But this is definitely one of my favorite finds of the year. It could be my best find of the year. I really, really dig that. So anyway, well, that's it, man. And again, everybody, I really, really appreciate all your guys' comments. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos and the subs that I have, and I try my best to keep up with your guys's. And thank you guys. I wish you guys the best of luck in 2017. And one thing that I'm going to be doing that's pretty fun, as I mentioned in my previous videos, I'm going to have something fun coming up, is I'm going to start a thing called scavenger hunts. Now, what I'm going to be doing on the scavenger hunt is I'll be giving, so the two parts. I'll be giving you guys scavenger hunt a list here in another month or so. And the scavenger hunt list, if you guys show you finding the scavenger hunt, it could be a zipper pull. It could be, you know, a clothespin, like an old safety pin, or it could be half a zinc penny. But so I'm gonna pick random items, a list of random items that we find. If you show it in your video, you can check it off, and the subscribers that have the most finds off that list at the end of the year is going to get a prize. And the same goes for you guys. Is in the comments today, if you guys could leave me a comment on each person, leave me a comment on 2 items you'd like to see me find in the next year, and then I will compile my own scavenger hunt list. So as I start hunting old town sites and old ghost towns and old home places, like I'm really gonna be focusing on this year, that'll be on my I guess bucket list for the year. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, guys. Have a safe and happy new year. And thanks again, guys. Take care, and I hope you get out and go hunting this weekend. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks again for watching.